The session is only for those students that want to get maximum score from Read Aloud. So I'll be sharing all the examination related secrets with you in this video. So stay tuned. PTE Read Aloud maximum score class with practice examples using our artificial intelligence site. Okay, so class without much delay, let's start it. So in the Pearson PT Real examination, there will be 6 to 7 questions coming from Read Aloud. And when you answer these 6 to 7 questions 100% accurately, you will get what? 18 to 21 marks minimum. So the maximum score is 90 in speaking. In that 90, at least 20 marks are coming from Read Aloud. So that means it is an important task. And then let's see how it looks in the examination. In the examination, the Read Aloud task looks like this. Now you see the tiny tab in front of me. This tiny tab will be coming on the 22-inch monitor in the real examination. This will be a little rectangular-ish. You can see the student's name coming here and then the timer on the top right-hand side. And here is the recording, the preparation time piece here it will be there. And then you have next button. The moment you finish answering a question, you will hit the next button, right? The score criteria. What is the score criteria? There are 3 things that are important in Read Aloud. Number 1, content. Content is nothing but, are you saying the same words or you are saying something different? The more same words you use from the paragraph, the more content score you get, which is having 5 points weightage. Second thing is oral fluency. If you read a paragraph smoothly, you have this 5 marks. Don't complicate it. Okay, simple to read it smoothly, clearly, naturally. So you get 5 marks for this. Third one is pronunciation. If you have a clean pronunciation, you get 5 points. So pronunciation is different from accent. I'm sure you guys know it. So you do not have to fake accent. Pearson PT does not give any extra marks to people who have an American accent or a British accent or a Canadian accent. Please understand this. So this total 15 points are equivalent to at least 3 marks of your, in your 90 score. So one question, when you answer it perfectly, if you're getting 15 points, they are equal to what? 3 marks in speaking. So if you answer 6 questions in the same fashion, you're getting 18 marks in speaking. So this is how the score works. So for real exam tips, guys, as I've taken Pearson PT exam multiple times, I'm giving you the real exam tips. Number 1, Read Aloud is a quick and reliable way to boost your speaking score. So please, please, please pay attention to this one. It's easy. Second one, what is it? You don't have to pronounce every word perfectly. Flow matters most. Sometimes there are some words which you cannot pronounce perfectly. You ignore them. I call it what? The BADE method, BADE method, which is nothing but if you see an uncomfortable word in a paragraph, behave as if that word does not exist in the paragraph. That is something you have to do in the real examination. So you not pronouncing that one word, that complicated one word, will not take away your score. So third one, what is it? It is, you have to finish it naturally. So please do not try to spend whole time. Don't try to finish it fast. The answer should be somewhere in the range of 20 to 35 seconds or 25 to 30 seconds time is fine. So naturally you have to speak. You should not be prolonging the speech and all of that. And fourth one, what is it? It's a simple task, but it requires everyday practice. You have to practice every day for this. Maybe you give this much time, very limited amount of time every day, but daily practice is necessary for this task. And the other one, what is it? Steps to answer, Read Aloud. So look at the first one. So you read the text during the preparation time. So you will be getting at least 30 seconds of preparation time to prepare, to rehearse the text. At this point of time, what you will do, you will be reading the text outside, slightly outside. For example, so one paragraph is there, you're reading the paragraph at this voice tone. So you will be reading that paragraph done. So you use what you call, you should not be using the last 5 seconds of your preparation time. This is very, very important thing. If you utilize entire time of preparation, what will happen? You will not have comfort to start the reading perfectly. So don't use the last 5 seconds. So simple step, the preparation time is there, some 30-35 seconds. What you have to do, you have to simply read the text outside slowly. So that's it. That's what you have to do. And last 5 seconds, don't use. The second thing, when the recording starts, you read smoothly. if you have any uncomfortable words, skip them off. You do bade there. Bade means what? Behave as if they don't exist, those uncomfortable words. Read. In the PTE read aloud, Pearson PTE does not evaluate the grammar, does not evaluate the meaningfulness of the sentences. Even if you skip 1 2 words in between, nothing happens. I'm quoting again. So in 20 35 seconds time, you finish off your reading thing. The third thing, what is it? When you finish it without any further delay, you hit the next button immediately. This is something you have to do without fail. So what is it? Prepare, wait, read, click next. Prepare, wait for the recording. Once recording starts, read it. And after reading it, click the next button. This is what you have to do in the read aloud. So you read like you're telling a story. So the reading attitude is something very, very important. You always have to read as if you're telling a story to your friend. Maybe, if you should always read as if your friend is, unable to see right now due to some therapy or something, you are reading it for that friend. So very cool, very candid manner you can read it. No need to take any stress. The problem is many students read in a robotic manner, in a very stressed manner, which is absolutely not necessary, which can influence the fluency, right? So you read as if you're reading for your friend, simple stuff. The reading right versus wrong. So robotic reading is like this. For example, there is a line, astronomers have recently discovered a large, it's bad, right? Robotic. And second thing is what? Rushing too fast. Some people tell you that you read super quickly, you get super mark, which is not the case. Astronomers have discovered large cloud that this is bad. See, for me, unable to read it. So without any gap also, if you're reading in a very hazy manner, which is bad for your score. So the actual thing should be like this. Astronomers have recently discovered a large cloud of gas, which many stars are being found. Right? This is the right thing you can do with read aloud. And then I'll carry out some AI practice, guys. Whatever you have learned theory, now you will learn now you will learn practical. So for which I'll get into my practice portal. So I'm logging into my practice portal. If somebody wants to use my practice portal, I will leave the description link in the description. You can happily have it. So I'm going to speaking. In the speaking, I'm selecting read aloud. I'll take some random question. I'll take. Okay, preparation time. What I have to do, I have to read the paragraph outside. For as long as society has existed, we have recognized the influence of our surroundings on decision making. Idioms such as it takes a village to raise a child, and you are the product of your environment, reflect the understanding that to a great extent our upbringing, our parents, and our society and the society in which we grow up shape the choices we make. Last 5 seconds. I'm waiting for the recording to start. For as long as society has existed, we have recognized the influence of our surroundings on decision making. Idioms such as it takes a village to raise a child, and you are the product of your environment reflect the understanding of that. To great extent, our upbringing, our parents, our society, which we grow up, shape the choices we make. I'm submitting. There are some errors, of course. I went wrong with some words. It's okay, but let's see. I maintain the flow as much possible. So please see what happens now. So 14.4 because I maintained the flow well. Although there are some mistakes and there are some small hesitation, nothing happened. So I maintained the flow throughout. So the score on content is 5 on 5, oral fluency 4.5, and then pronunciation 5. So this 0.5 mark reduction is for the occasional, what you call hesitations that I had. Please see. For as long as society has existed, we have recognized the influence of our surroundings on decision making. Idioms such as it takes a village to raise a child, and you are the product of your environment reflect the understanding of that. To great extent, our upbringing, our parents, our society, which we grow up, shape the choices we make. So it looks very normal. And let me answer one more question. Same thing, responsibility. So guys, one big thing I'll tell you in the real examination nowadays, based on my the very recent examination experience. So the paragraphs are not this long. I think hardly they are giving maybe this long paragraphs or maximum this long paragraph. 2.5 lines paragraphs are coming in the examination, not longer ones coming. So there is no guarantee that in the upcoming exams also it will continue. That's why we have not deleted the longer ones and replaced with the shorter ones. So if you see, next question coming on the screen. Psychology is both academic and applied field that benefits individuals and society as a whole. A significant part of psychology focuses on diagnosis and treatment of mental health issues, but this represents only the tip of the iceberg in terms of overall impact. Then you simply have to read it outside like this. Psychology is both academic and applied field that benefits individuals and society as a whole. A significant part of psychology focuses on diagnosis. Psychology is both an academic and applied field that benefits individuals and society as a whole. A significant part of psychology focuses on diagnosis and treatment of mental health issues, but this represents only the tip of the iceberg in terms of its overall impact. I clicked it, so it's as good as this. You have to simply read the paragraph, nothing much. Again, see 4.6 in oral fluency, 5 in content, so there are hardly any wrong words in this paragraph. Okay, so let me not pick up the long ones, guys, because the exam these days, it is not giving the longer ones. So I'm choosing the short paragraph. See this one. Food is one of the most important things people ever buy, yet most rarely stop to consider their food. Most rarely stop to consider their food, where it comes from. Instead, far more time is spent worrying about which blue jeans to wear, which video games to play, and which computers to buy. Food is one of the most important things. Food is one of the most important things. Practice the first 4 levels. Food is one of the most important things people ever buy, yet most rarely stop to consider their food or where it comes from. Instead, far more time is spent worrying about which blue jeans to wear, which video games to play, or which computers to buy. And then I think I finished it immediately. So here I'm clicking the submit button, AI feedback button, but you should be clicking the next button in the examination. See, now this is my third questions practice. You can see the comfort has gone up. See, I'm coming close to 15 points. So 15 points are equivalent to 3 marks worst case scenario. So please see, this is how it improves. So let me do one thing. I'll not read like this. I'll make some mistakes when I'm reading. I'll reduce my oral fluency. Let's see if the score happens. Again, I'll pick up a paragraph which has some 2.5 lines here. This one. In class, I will not do any preparation. I'll directly attack the question. I'll not read outside. I don't practice for this. Let's see what happens in terms of score. In class, teachers will discuss the topics you are studying, and the information they provide will be important for your tests. You must therefore be able to take clear and effective written notes based on what your teacher says. So let me see. It is like I'm not prepared directly. I went there. So this can happen. So although I little exaggerated, but it can happen with you because I have 12 years experience in dealing with read aloud. You may not have same amount of experience. So therefore, please, your oral fluency dropped because there were hesitations, there are pauses in this speech, right? So see, automatically, even though the content score is good, the oral fluency is down, right? Okay, let me practice one more question. This time around, I'll mess up with the pronunciation. Right, let's see. No preparation, and I'll not leave the words. See, it's like I gave you an advice, isn't it? When you are not comfortable with the word, don't pronounce it. Skip it. Behave as if it doesn't exist. Behave as if it doesn't exist. Bade, I said BAD. Behave as if it doesn't exist. You should do it. But if I don't do it, if I stick to the uncomfortable words, what happens? Let's see, right? No preparation, sticking to uncomfortable words. It is not that common. Human activity had no impact on wildlife. Heavily hunted species such as white-tailed deer gray squirrels and the raccoons were photographed less frequently in hunted areas. Kites, however, appeared more often in those locations, while most species did not avoid trails. Poor content score has come down, oral fluency score came down. See, look at this. The skip towards have some 8. So you listen to this. It is not that common. The beginning was not great. Why this beginning was not great? There's no preparation. Right? Human activity had no impact on wildlife. Heavily hunted species such as white-tailed deer, gray squirrels. See, I kind of probably had and the raccoons, so this is what happens when you do not know how to pronounce a word. Just leave it. Behave as if it doesn't exist. Nothing much you should do. Right? If you don't do it, the score will be like this. Okay. Right. So yeah. So let's get back to the notes that we have. So I'm sure this AI powered practice can help you. So if you wish to have an account in my portal, so you can. I'll leave the link in the description. You can nicely use these features and then improve yourself. So let me do one thing. Let me come back to the home screen and then AI powered practice is over. You got some idea of it works. So now let's discuss 7 fatal mistakes. Number one, silence in the preparation time. You've already seen in my example when I was silent, when I did not prepare to read the paragraph in the preparation time, I lacked the comfort. Oral comfort was not there. The result was what? Fluency score came down, right? So it's better you read the text outside in the preparation. Read the text slightly outside. Don't disturb others. Like at this speed, you can, at this tone, you can read. Second one, using all the preparation time. You should not use all the preparation time. I have been advocating for leaving the last 5 seconds, right? If you leave the last 5 seconds, what happens? You have a breathing space between your preparation and your answer starting. So this gives you a very strong start. So that's what I recommend. Never ever use the last 5 seconds, guys. Practically, I'm telling you, using all the recording time. So if you use all the recording time, you will start dragging your what you call the paragraph. So this results in a lesser oral fluency score. So please don't do it. So you read in your own natural style, even though you're finishing your answer in 20 seconds, if some 35 seconds are given, you finishing in 20 seconds is fine. You finishing in 15 seconds, fine, provided the oral fluency, pronunciation, and content both are all three are intact. Nothing happens. The fourth one, what is it? Stumbling on hard words. You have seen in the example when I was trying to, pronounce words like raccoons and the other words. What happened? Right. So I had fluency issue there. So whenever you have any uncomfortable word, behave as if that word does not exist, so that you can safeguard your score nicely. Then mistakes to avoid: filling, fluency hurt, right? You could see in one of the examples, I think example number 3 or 4, I had some fillers and pauses. The fluency instantly got hurt. I'm not telling you theory. This is what happens in the exam. So all my exam experience I used and I prepared, designed and developed this software what you have seen. So you can always have access to it. Number 6, what is it? Not clicking the next. If you don't click the next button, what happens is you lose the score in oral fluency. So always, this is a very, very superb habit. If somebody can form, what is it, in the speaking module, whole speaking module, whenever you finish, you should click the next button. Whenever you finish reading, you should click the next button very immediately. You should not be, waiting for the time to finish. Always click the next button immediately. Last one, what is it? Some people do it. They reattempt it. No, they read the paragraph when the recording starts once, and when they're not comfortable, when they're not happy with their answer quality, they reattempt it, which is a catastrophic thing, which is a bad thing for your score. Never ever you should do it. Okay, and then final tips I'll give you for the maximum score. Then number 1, what is it? The first 5-6 words create impression with AI. Not literally, but they are very, very what you call effect. They are very, very influential, I would say. So first 5-6 words you should read very confidently. that gives you the boost to read the entire paragraph comfortably, right? So initial boost is very, very important. And second thing, what is it? Maintain the study pace. So you read at a normal pace, like a reporter reads news. Okay, so like that you have to read. I'm not talking about that sensational reporters. I'm talking about normal, regular news reporters, how they read. They have a rhythm, they have a normal speed. Like that you have to read. Or you feel like you're reading for a friend, there's no pressure. Third one, what is it? If you have an uncomfortable word, just skip it. Do buddy there. Behave as if that word doesn't exist there. So it's absolutely okay to skip 2-3 words or 4-5 words in the paragraph. Fifth one, what is it? Stress is important. If you feel some words are important in the paragraph, stress them. That's it. For example, in this particular museum is opened in the New York City. Museum, New York can be stressed, no problem. So that's not a big deal. If you can do it, do it. Otherwise, don't force yourself to stress the important words. It's okay. It's optional. Right, we have practiced, I think, good number of questions. Practice plan I'll give you. So in my opinion, anyone who practices some 150 questions can get maximum score from Read Aloud. So 150 questions you should not practice in a single day. 150 should be divided by number of days to your exam. Let's say you're taking your test in next 30 days time. That means what? You will practice 5 questions per day. No, if you're taking your exam in the next, let's say 150 is your target, you're taking your exam in the next 20 days, like every day, what you will do? You will practice some 8 questions per day. So this is something very, very useful. Many people, what they do, they practice like there's no tomorrow, 1-2 days, then after that they don't practice, which is bad for your score. So 150, please consider it as your target. Type in the comment box, guys, if you are committed to practice 150 or not. Type in the chat box with a hashtag. What is it? I am committed. Okay, I am committed. Okay, all right. In the chat box, type what? Hashtag 150 practice, 150Q. Just type it in the chat box so that I know that you're watching this video. You watched this video. Some people watched it. I would come to know. That gives me motivation to make more videos. So week 1, what happens is when in the first week's practice, imagine you're practicing for 1 month. First week, what happens? You start getting comfortable with the exam interface, like that appearance of the text, the recording status, the preparation status, everything you get comfortable. In other words, you get comfortable with the process basically. Second thing, what is it? Week 2. Week 2. Week 2. So you will start getting some 13 points to 15 points. So guys, my total is almost like Pearson PTE test. So if you wish to get the closest feedback, guys, I have taken tests several times in the last so many years. And based on all my exam experiences, my students' exam experiences, my trainers' exam experience, I built this site with our own proprietary logics and everything. So you can practice in my portal. I'll give you the link in the description. Okay, so if you are getting, the second week, you can get 13 to 15 points. Regularly, you start seeing this happens. Basically, in the first week, even if you're not getting 13, 15, you will start getting 13, 15 points very consistently. That's something you will see in the second week. The third week is you will start attempting the questions at a subconscious level. You don't have to really pay attention to this. It happens. You see read aloud question, automatically things happen. So this is like, it feels very magical after 3rd days. The 4th week onwards, what you have to do is you will start maintaining the same consistency. You will start getting 14.5, almost 15 points. And this is the time you should sit the test, guys. If you're not sitting the test in the 4th week, at the end of the 4th week, and you practice until you sit the test. So don't break this rhythm, don't break this comfort. Now you have a well-oiled engine for Read Aloud. But if you do not practice for 4 or 5 days, 1 week, what happens is it becomes there is again friction in the engine. So don't do it. It's a well-oiled engine by the 4th week's end. So that's when you should take the PTE test.